Today, the UAE calls for an immediate ceasefire. The UAE's Minister of State for International Cooperation, Her Excellency Reem Al Hashimi, pleaded to the UN Security Council for an immediate ceasefire and for the immediate and urgent delivery of humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip. In a powerful speech yesterday, Reem highlighted that while the attacks by Hamas on October 7th were barbaric, she said that the Hamas crimes against civilians can never justify Israel's policy of collective punishment towards the Gaza Strip. And this is interesting because this is clearly where the UAE stands. She said Israel must respect its obligations under international humanitarian law and ensure the protection of its civilians.
She added that the Gaza Strip has been under siege for more than 17 years, suffering from hunger, poverty, and unemployment. Her Excellency pointed at growing tensions in the region, including in southern Lebanon and Syrian Golan and across the Red Sea, and she cautioned the escalation of the conflict in the region, particularly as extremist groups continue to work within it.
She said all diplomatic efforts must be made to de-escalate and stabilize as soon as possible. And her final call was for the immediate aid to be delivered to the people of Gaza. She said urgent, uninterrupted humanitarian aid must swiftly reach Gaza to address essential need, and the block of aid must end. This is crucial to alleviate the dire humanitarian crisis that we're seeing, caused by the deprivation of electricity, water, and food access.
She also added, as we have stressed since the beginning of this crisis, Israel must not target civilians and civilian objects, including hospitals, schools, and United Nations facilities. In this regard, we condemn the killing of many journalists, humanitarian workers, and medical personnel, and stress the need to protect them in accordance with international humanitarian law.
She finished her speech by summarizing the UAE will continue its call for dialogue, peace, coexistence, and cooperation as the path to stability in the region. The UAE will follow a path of peace. Today, we ask you to support this vision to achieve the aspirations of the region's peoples towards progress and prosperity. Along with that, I just want to say that she added that as humanity, we are facing a critical test here. And in this council, and she was referring to the UN Council, they must succeed in the test by advancing the choice of peace and reviving a two-state solution. So the UAE asked for a two-state solution, which is needed more than ever to achieve the legitimate aspirations of the Palestinian people. So Reem Al Hashimi was speaking for all of us at the UN yesterday, and thank you to her for that powerful and very direct speech at a time when it's so needed.
Yeah, it's a very crucial time, as we've seen over the past few weeks. It's tough on all of us, to be honest, to hear such horrible news come from there. Yeah, our hearts and condolences are out there, and words do have a weight and meaning. So hopefully things take a turn and we see a peaceful resolution.
Exactly, and all we can do is hope. And I feel for us in one position, we're thinking, what can we do? And we're thinking, donate and to talk about it is the only power that we have. And yet people in diplomatic positions, what can they do? And you're standing in front of the UN hoping that your words will have an impact. And I feel that she was very clear in terms of the UAE's stance on this and what's needed. So the urgent aid to be delivered with no uninterrupted to the people, because I think the water and fuel shortages at the moment are critical and dire. And then to just reach that two-state solution, that's what they're asking for. But thank you, as we said, to Reem Al Hashimi for having that powerful statement on behalf of the UAE at the UN Security Council yesterday. We'll move things a little bit.